Hey folks, not exactly November-like out there. Temperature's still 90 plus in the western part of the valley. 80s every place else, 85 in Port Isabel, 88 in Raymondville and Harlingen right now, but still 91 in McAllen, 92 in Rio Grande City. And your dew points, with the exception of Rio Grande City, all back up into the 70s again. If you remember your muggy meter, now we're back up into that very humid range. Not quite the summer levels when we're about 75 or 76, but still in the very humid category across the area. Low temperatures tonight, well, not going to go below the dew point, so low to mid 70s across the area. And then tomorrow, back up in the 90s in the western 2/3 of the valley. A little cooler as you get closer to the coast, but not a lot. Still a very warm and humid November afternoon and evening across the area. Normal high for this time of year for early November is 84. And I say normal, that's a 30-year average. And we're going to be above that 30-year average for the next 3 days and certainly probably for the next 7 days at least, before we see any kind of turn down. A lot of high clouds moving across our skies today. This is the high resolution satellite, and from time to time you see these patchy clouds moving across, but for the most part it's been a sun-filled day. And if you look at tonight, patchy clouds show up again. During the daytime tomorrow we're mostly sunny again. Going into Saturday for your weekend, again, partly to mostly sunny skies, warm, humid conditions, and we see no rain through the weekend, nor do we see any rain through the early part of next week. It just looks dry. Most of Texas is warm, 80s and 90s, all the way up to Dallas. A little cooler when you get into Dalhart, 64, but most of the state enjoying a very warm Thursday. Obviously, a front on the map making Dalhart cooler, a front that pushes to about Dallas, and that's the end of that. It moves back to the north as a warm front, so our warm and humid conditions prevail all the way into and through the weekend. By the time we get to, maybe Wednesday, Thursday of next week, we have a shot at a front, but that one at this point looks pretty weak as well. Just moving on to the weather map about Monday. Let's look for our next weather maker. Really, it's the big ridge that's in control, centered over northern Mexico right now, so everything is going around us. Everything coming from the east stays down to the south. Everything coming from the west stays off to the north. There's a system in the northwest coast of the U.S. that is going to push eastward, but most of the energy from that should stay well to our north. Might push that weak front in here late Wednesday into Thursday, but with the energy way up here, it's hard to get much of a front way down where we are, so don't count on a big cool down from that. In the meantime, let's check some temperatures around the country. It's mild all the way up into New England. You look in the upper Midwest, though, kind of chilly there. Duluth 32, International Falls is 33, 30s in North Dakota down to South Dakota. Casper, Billings is 29 right now. Finally out in the southwest, it's 81. As the latest temperature out of Phoenix. So for us tonight, it's warm, it's humid, not really November-like, maybe a little fog. Nights are getting longer, so the temperature's got a little longer to make it down to the dew point. Fog forms. Then tomorrow, maybe some early fog, but after that, mostly sunny, warm and humid, back to 90. Your weekend looks very warm with nighttime lows in the 70s, daytime highs near 90. This is the weekend when you set your clock back an hour. Notice we do cool it off a little bit about Thursday of next week, but not a lot, and that shower chance right now is pretty small. That's your updated First Warn 5 forecast.